Hey guys, Ivan here, and in today's video we got a couple of very interesting topics to talk about. The first one is gonna be about Milos Sarcev. So we got a Milos Sarcev Physique update at the age of still 60, but in 2 days he'll be 61. And I'll be honest, I was not expecting him to be looking this good right now. I mean, he's still freaking shredded. As you can see, the abs are all visible, and they still have the same shape, same thickness to them, right? He didn't lose the abs, they didn't atrophy at all, pretty much. And his chest was one of his strongest points, and it's still holding on very well for 61, almost 61 years of age. This is actually really impressive. We can't see the legs, but I'm pretty sure the legs are there. You know, that was his strongest body part. I would say that, and like his chest and abs maybe, but like the legs were the biggest body part for Milos. I'm pretty sure they're still pretty good. Now, as far as like the shoulders, they are also good. They're wide, they're pretty big, and the arms are big, but you guys know that he messed them up with Sintel. Like, he put way too much and he created a lot of damage. So, as he says, a lot of necrosis took place in his biceps and triceps, and they atrophied, but whatever he put in there is still there. So he still has the size of the arms. Maybe it's not the muscle, but it's still like, he still has the size in the arms. And overall, like, at the age of 61, like, what other bodybuilders at this age are looking better than this? I mean, I'm thinking about it, like, he's definitely one of the better looking bodybuilders at that age, right? Now, he is the perfect example of somebody who never lost passion for bodybuilding. Like, if you think about, like, who is the most passionate person when it comes to bodybuilding, Milos Sarcev is definitely somebody that comes to mind, at least for me. There are bodybuilders out there who are maybe like even more driven, more focused on bodybuilding than Milos, like when they were at their prime. Let's say maybe Ronnie Coleman, or let's say Dorian Yates. But is Ronnie really following bodybuilding today? Is he really a historian of bodybuilding? I don't know. Dorian Yates, after he finished his career, he basically reinvented himself. He stopped following or doing bodybuilding almost completely. Milos is still in the scene. He's still coaching. He's doing the podcasts. He's following everything that is going on in the bodybuilding scene. He's watching every single freaking show. The guy loves bodybuilding so much, it's crazy. Like, he has been passionate about bodybuilding for the past 40 years, or even more than that. Like, how crazy is that? And I'm thinking, like, in my case, I have been passionate about bodybuilding ever since I started following it for the past 10-ish years, maybe like 11, 12. And like, in my case, I have been passionate, and I may be even more passionate now than 10 years ago. But to imagine being so passionate for 40 years, I don't know if that's going to be the case, guys. I mean, I don't see that. It's crazy to think about it. Being in this sport for so long and loving it so much and still doing it at the age of 61 almost. Crazy. Anyways, again, his physique is looking amazing right now. Abs are there, his signature body part, chest is there, shoulders, overall mass is there. He still looks big and heavy and really lean, conditioned. The only thing is the arms. And even if you didn't know what happened, and he spoke about that many times, you would still realize that something is off with the arms. Like, even when you take a look at some other bodybuilders like Flex Wheeler, you look at his arms and you see, like, something is off. Marcus Rule as well. Like, you can see that some of these guys did something like that, like some kind of SEO, usually Sintel, something like that. It's very visible. So, I want to transition this topic into another topic. But we're gonna start with Nick Walker physique update. So we got this little photo of Nick, as you can see right here, and you know, he is looking absolutely ridiculous. Like, as usual, super freaking massive. As you guys know, he reached and actually went beyond the 300-pound mark, and he started prepping, and this is what he looks like right now. Super big in his upper body, especially arms, but I would say shoulders, chest, everything really. I hope his legs are matching as well. We can't see them right here, but I'm pretty sure they're also coming up. But the most important thing really is that his waist is down in size. If it is, the legs will look bigger and wider, everything else will just look better. And I actually asked Nick in his Q&A what is he planning on doing as far as fixing the waist issue. And he replied, and this was like a couple of days ago, I didn't screenshot it, but he basically said that he's not doing anything differently this year. It's just that New York Pro wasn't his best version of himself, and that he's doing now what he was always doing. Is that gonna be enough? I don't know. I mean, I don't think so, because I think his waist got bigger with age, with time. Like, he is no longer 25. He is 30, 31, turning 31 this year. And like, with food, with gear, with GH, with stuff like that, with training heavy, your waist will grow over time, and his was never the smallest. So I think he should be like conscious about his waist, like really focus on making it smaller, not just focused on keeping it the same. Like, he needs to trim it down somehow. Maybe by paying more attention to his digestion, or by wearing waist trainers, or I don't know, guys, something. I think he needs to do something. I don't think it's enough just to do things the way he was doing it before, but we'll see. Maybe something was off for the New York Pro Prep, and that's why his waist is bigger. Maybe things will run more smoothly this time around, but we'll see, But the thing I want to talk about in this video is Nick's arms. Now, he has one of the biggest arms in the business today. I would say him and, let's say, Michael Krizo probably. And when you look at these arms, even though they are really freaky and the biceps are really peaky, Krizo has a really natural look to his arms. Nick, not so much. His arms are definitely freakier. But would you ever assume that he's using SEO in his arms? I don't think I would. I think they have a pretty natural, normal shape to them. Like, even if he's using a little bit of something, he's using it properly. But again, I would never think that he's using it. And even if he did, like, it's done in a proper way. It's not visible. But what about this guy right here, Andrew Jacked, who just posted a couple of interesting photos. Now, in this one, you can't really see a lot of his physique, but you can see his arms. You can see his biceps. When you look at these biceps, guys, do they look perfectly natural? Not natural in the sense of using gear or not, obviously, but do they look normal to you? I'm looking at his biceps and I'm thinking something is off here. Something looks suspicious. And it's difficult to try to figure out these things. Somebody said in the comments, like, it's basically the same as trying to figure out who is natty or not. And I agree, it's kind of like that. It's hard to figure out. It's even more difficult to prove anything. But when you look at these things, you kind of know it when you see it. And it's very difficult to figure it out unless it's like Greg Valentino's arms. But sometimes you can notice that something is looking weird. Something is looking off. Could this just be a really good, crazy, nasty pump? Or is something off with Andrew Jack's arms? Take a look at this photo, for example. Not the one that he is lifting with, but the other one. Like, look at the bicep, how much it's bulging. Like, it's basically hitting his chest right there. It's popping out. Like, it's squeezed by the shoulder and the forearm, and it's popping out. Like, I don't know if this kind of stuff should be happening, no matter how big your arms are. Here's the most recent photo that he posted on his stories. So, like, the biceps seem super full, like, super pumped, but the vascularity is barely visible. And he's like 6-7 weeks out right now. He is not fat. It's not the fat that is, like, blurring the biceps, and I don't think it's just the pump. There is something in those biceps. They're definitely looking very suspicious to me. Check out the triceps right here, the lateral head. I mean, maybe he has crazy genetics for arms, but if he did, I would kind of expect the forearms to match his upper arm. It seems like his biceps and triceps are much bigger than his forearms or his shoulders. You know, the proportions are just, they don't look normal to me. I mean, if Michael Krizo was doing this same exercise and was sitting right here the same way, I think it would look much different. You know, and you can see the way Andrew Jack is training his arms. Like, he's lifting very lightweight. He's just pumping them up because I don't think he's trying to really grow the tissue. And also, I heard when you're doing this kind of stuff, like the muscle hurts too much, so the contraction can be really painful, and that might be why he's lifting so light. check out his biceps right here. I mean, are they supposed to bulge like this? And they're actually not even moving. He is contracting them, but they're staying in the same spot. They're just popping out and they're looking the same at the peak of the contraction and at the stretch. I mean, he's not really stretching the biceps too much, but still, like, they're not changing the shape. And look at the triceps here. Look at that freaking bulge, or whatever should I call it, a ball. Whatever it is, I don't think that's the way his triceps are. I mean, look at this, guys. Come on. Come on. Tell me I'm crazy. Look at this. I'm pretty sure if he wasn't doing what I think he's doing, his arms would match his forearms. And that would be a really small set of arms. And it wouldn't work. He wouldn't be as good of a bodybuilder. So whatever he's doing, it's working for him. I'm not saying he should stop doing it. I'm just trying to figure out who is doing this and who is not. You know, I'm pretty sure Nick Walker is not doing this. I don't think his arms are enhanced in that way, or Michael Križo's. Andrew Jack has some really freaky arms, but this doesn't look like real tissue to me. Not at all. But again, it works for him. Look at the freaking bicep peaks, especially in the front double, and the tricep hang. I don't know, guys, this is just looking insane. And maybe you thought this was just the way he looks, and maybe it is, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know, man. Again, it's very difficult to try and figure out this kind of stuff. It's basically the same as natty or not, but again, in my opinion, it's one of those things you know it when you see it. And I think I can see it right here. But maybe I'm wrong. In any case, it's definitely a very interesting topic for a debate. If you guys have different opinions, tell me down below in the comment section. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you guys want to support me and my channel, you can do that by buying some of the hostile supplements and using the code EVAN, which will also grant you a 10% discount. So guys, if you want to support me, you can do that. And also, if you are looking for a coach, somebody who is very affordable and available, you can DM me on Instagram. We can talk about that. Thank you guys so much for watching once again. See you soon. All the best and bye-bye.